Well, as pressure mounts on all sides of supporters of Man City and Arsenal as far as where Declan Rice is going to be playing next season, Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and read to us a very huge article as far as this deal is concerned. He's telling us that Arteta, crucial factor for Rice transfer to Arsenal. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from, my group by the names of Rokani David. Hope you are enjoying the marathon that we are really serving to you at here onto the Rokani Media Football. It's the transfer news show. We are discussing Declan Rice in here onto the Rokani Media Football, and hope you guys are really having a fantabulous evening. Let's see close to 300 likes. Smash on this video and let's see it move across the world. And it's you guys have the power to make it move. So after that, if you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And remember, we want to hit 15,000 subscribers before the end of this month, and we are just few subscribers left to hit 15,000 subscribers. And next month we are going in for a huge one. We are going to call for 10,000 subscribers in 1 month, and I think we are going to get them because I'm seeing the level at which you people are really responding to the call. So much appetizing and positivity is really huge. So how do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing, click the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this YouTube channel. We are talking about Cesar Azpilicueta is going to join Inter Milan, and Ruben Neves has been unveiled as a player of Al-Hilal in Saudi Arabia after a record fee of Wolverhampton Wanderers was paid £47 million that was really cashed in. So let's start it off with Declan Rice. And Fabrizio Romano had the following to say amid this Man City promising to put in their first bid that we are really waiting for till now. He has told us that there is crucial part of the story to mention at the moment. The player has been very clear from what I understand. He wants to be open and to see what Arsenal and Man City will do in the next hours and days. So for Declan Rice, he just wants to see what Arsenal and Man City are going to do in the next days, as it has been proved that very many people around this deal are really working tooth and nail to get this deal over the line. Arsenal fans believe that Edu should leave because he's too weak. It took him close to 2 weeks to put into bids, and that call in Man City. And Arsenal fans, sometimes you have to be objective, yeah? So you have to look at both ways of the fans. Now, you can feel for the fans because from the 7th of June, right, when West Ham got done with what we call the finale of the UEFA Conference League, Arsenal had days to go ahead and really get this deal over the line, because Man City was playing the Champions League on 10th, and they had not gotten green light from Ika Gundogan that is going to stay or go. So these 4 days, Arsenal would have gone ahead to operate in very well. Like a week from 7th, Arsenal would have used those 7 days to get the deal of Declan Rice over the line. For that, I understand that Man City couldn't come in through to really join the bidding war, right? So they would have gone ahead to use that to get this deal over the line, because they've always known what exactly West Ham wanted. West Ham wants £100 million. That is it. So as it stands, that's the fan side or supporter side of Arsenal who believe Edu is weak and is not doing his job. Now, when you look at Arsenal, you understand that this is a very huge deal of £100 million to be spent, on a player. So they need to structure it very well. And fans of Arsenal should understand that it's not something easy to just go on and really just spread the liquid cash. No, you have to know you have to lay a spread out sheet structure on how these payments are going to come in through. And apart from the add-ons, because for them they are imminent, if a certain clause is really fulfilled by Declan Rice, West Ham gets money. But I'm talking about the £80 million that Arsenal have to pay up front. They have to lay a very good structure that they will pay like £40 million now, then they pay 20 in January. So they might come out with a structure of paying that deal in like quarters. So that's the most difficult thing that is really happening in this deal. But I think they are doing their best to get it over the line, and them going in for Declan Rice, then getting the deal of Kai Havertz done, and Julian Timber over the line, they are preparing a second bid for him, it sends a message to you that they are going to get this deal done. That's it. And be confident, because City is not going to throw in their first bid, because if at all this deal was so much in line with if the bid was so much in line with with Man City, they would have already gone ahead to put in a bid. But I understand the frustrations coming in from Arsenal fans, because that's how they lost Mokalo Modric in January, because they went ahead to make 4 bids, and the 4th bid was realistic, but it came in late because Chelsea had come in with proper incentives, meaning that if at all they had gone ahead to really get this deal done by December, Modric would have been an Arsenal player. So after that, Fabrizio added on and told us that we know one crucial point on this story: Arteta is pushing at the best level to sign Rice and is trying in every single angle. Of course, it doesn't depend on him, it depends on the owners and how much they want to spend on the deal. But Arteta is trying his best. Now, for Mikel Arteta, he's doing his best, and he's really facing what we call opposition from his former boss, that is Pep Guardiola. When one of the best managers is talking to you, I'm talking about Declan Rice. When about Pep Guardiola is talking to Declan Rice, it can really suspend, all protocols, all the recently talked about details between Declan Rice and Mikel Arteta. It's a very huge mind block. That is it. Trust me, it's a very huge mind blocking factor in the head of Declan Rice, and that is something that Mikel Arteta is doing to see to it that he gets that mind block off, because Pep Guardiola is talking to Declan Rice, and Mikel has been talking to Declan Rice for a very, very long time. Looks like after Pep talked to Declan Rice shifted his position and he was open to either joining Arsenal or Man City. But before Pep contacted Rice was sold onto the move to go to Arsenal. Remember, teams like Bayern Munich had thrown into interest for the player, and Declan Rice said no to the deal. So, as it stands, it's really crucial that Arteta is playing a very big part into this deal. And one thing you should know, that it's not in the hands of Mikel Arteta. However much Mikel Arteta is doing his job of convincing him to join Arsenal, it's all about the board on how much they are going to spend. But they were willing to go for £100 million for Declan Rice, and they 100% know that that's the realistic valuation that West Ham want, and they should put it on the table to see it that negotiations proceed as it's supposed to proceed. Again, this is the gist of the story, and you have to pay a lot of attention to this. Fabrice has said Arteta is really pushing for Rice to join Arsenal, so Arteta could be crucial. If Rice will be an Arsenal player, trust me, Arteta will be a crucial factor. But City are in it and are in the race. Let's wait and see what happens in the terms of bids. But at the moment, in terms of contact. So, that is something great that is happening between Arsenal and West Ham and Man City. The bidding war is on. Those cities' bid is pending till now. And Arteta is playing a very huge part. And if at all Rice joins Arsenal, Arteta would have gone ahead to play a very crucial part for him to become a Gooner. Now, but at the moment, in terms of contact, Arsenal's intention is to bid again, and they remain in the race. So, both clubs are still there. Nothing is decided yet. So, nothing is decided yet between the player. Both teams are still in the lead. In the lead of this deal, and they want to get it over the line. But I believe that Man City is just trying to see to it that they make the job of Arsenal hard, because they understand that if Arsenal gets in Rice, Havertz, Julian Timber, and Lavia, they would have gone ahead to elevate their quality. It's going to be a different team altogether than it was last season. So Pep Guardiola and Man City are just trying to make the job of Arsenal hard, not to really spend little on Declan Rice, but to spend more. And if at all they spend more on Declan Rice, that will hinder them from getting in more players. That's what City is doing. Because if at all City was serious about this, why have they taken close to 24 hours now, plus we are nearing 48 hours, without them putting in their bid that has been promised for a very long time by these pundits? So, in my understanding, I believe they're just playing what we call a game of delay. That is it, because they don't want to see this getting over the line. Now, leaving that at that, I think I've told you very huge updates about Declan Rice deal, because most of you have been asking me, Rokani, what about Declan Rice? Are we out of the deal? I think I've gone ahead to give you the latest update as far as Declan Rice to Arsenal is concerned. Now, Fabrizio Romano, understand Azpilicueta has now full agreement on personal terms with Inter, 2-year deal sealed. Chelsea are expected to let him go by terminating his contract despite being still valid until 2024. There is always been genuine respect between Azpilicueta and Chelsea. For Azpilicueta, 30 to 33 years of age, I think can no longer match the pace of the Premier League, and the best league he can go to is obviously Italy. That's where he's going to go ahead and really prosper. But it comes into a very huge blow, because Thomas Tuchel was looking at him to be one of those players to go on and obviously deputize Mazraoui as the right back of Bayern Munich. Remember, Pavard wants out, and that means Bayern will be left with just one right back, and that is Mazraoui. So he was looking in for Azpilicueta to go and rejoin him down at Bayern Munich, but it looks like things have not gone on as planned. Inter Milan have come in, swept in, and obviously convinced the player to go on and join them. And I think he's going to do a lot to Inter Milan after them losing Skriniar to PSG. You really understand that it's really going to be something good for them to get him as a replacement. And I think it's a stopgap signing. You can call it a plaster on the wound. So, and I think they'll go in for a better player in there for you. But Demafri is also there, and it leaves a lot of questions to the future of Denzel Dumfries. Is Denzel Dumfries going to quit Inter Milan this summer? God knows, because it looks like if they bring in Azpilicueta, questions are raised onto the future of Dumfries in there for you. So Azpilicueta to Inter Milan is soon happening, because Chelsea are going to terminate the contract of Azpilicueta. Remember, Azpilicueta was supposed to go to Barcelona, but Tony Boyle sat him down, gave him money, and stayed. Now, they're terminating his contract, and he's leaving for the side of Inter Milan, because he's not going to get enough playing time at Chelsea, as Reece James is one of the best rated right backs in the league and in the world. And if at all he solves his injury-prone problems, he's going to turn into a regular into that side, and Azpilicueta won't have no chance into that side. So that is it coming in from Fabrizio Romano as far as this story of Azpilicueta is concerned. And obviously we now know that he is on the verge of joining Inter Milan. Let's go to David Neves, or Ruben Neves, a transfer that shocked all of us that saw him join the Saudi Arabian side known as Al-Hilal, and obviously they are the winners of the league that side. Now, we've been told by Fabrizio Romano that official confirmed Ruben Neves joins Al-Hilal on permanent deal from Wolves for 55 million euros fee, records held for English club. Neves has signed as the Al-Hilal player until 2026. That is coming in from Fabrizio Romano. So he has joined at the age of 26. He has signed a contract that's going to be there until 2026. 3-year contract, and meaning that he's going to return maybe when he's still 29 years of age, and that is Ruben Neves. And as it stands, it's really shocking that such players are really leaving and obviously going to a side that is lessly known for top-level football, but muchly known for money. So, as it stands, Declan Rice is really one of those players that Arsenal is going to ahead to really put their efforts on. What do you make about that? Arteta, crucial factor for Declan Rice transfer to Arsenal. What do you make about that? Do you believe in that? How do you think City is approaching this deal? Because till now, their bid is pending till now. And then, what do you make about Azpilicueta? Personal terms agreed to Inter Milan. Then, Ruben Neves signs his contract as an Al-Hilal player. Rokani David remains my name. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. the Muslims watching this channel, just go ahead and obviously continue watching. I wish you a very happy, is it Juma Karim, right? And lastly, bye bye, see you later, my mate.